And that was Emma Dykes with Pay It Forward. And on the phone from, I suppose you're at home in Port Macquarie, are you, Em?
I am, yeah. Yeah. It's a bit chilly over here at the moment.
Oh, come off it. What's the temperature?
I haven't looked. It's just I had to put a jumper on earlier. So.
Oh, God. Well, it's only, I think... Hang on, let me just bring it up on the computer here. What's the temperature sitting here at the moment? It's 8 degrees outside.
Okay, you probably win then.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, Emma Dykes, you have had an amazing couple of years.
I have, yes. I've been extremely lucky. It's been pretty crazy.
Now, the last time I spoke to you was just before you were about to head off to Germany.
Yep.
How was your trip over there?
That was excellent. I mean, it's the first long-haul trip for me. I'd not been overseas other than New Zealand before, so that was a huge trip and a big experience for me. And to take my music from Australia here and take it and sing over in another country was such an incredible experience to get up on the big stage there with the band and play. So that was pretty amazing. And it was funny because they were all requesting, like, Bad Moon Rising and songs that we sing here all the time. I wasn't expecting that. So that was really cool. They were a lot of fun and they really enjoyed the music over there. So that was, it was amazing.
Well, that's what I was
going to ask. Lots of pretty good food and wine.
How did they respond to your music?
Yeah, good. It was really good. They actually said that they do like their country music over there, and I sold a few albums, and so I was really happy with that. It's always a bit scary singing your own songs to a new crowd and not quite sure how they're going to go, but I had a really good response. So I was pretty stoked with that.
Now, you got married as well?
I did. I squeezed that in the middle, yeah.
Squeezed it in. And you've written a new song, and it's called The Riddle of Life, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But you went over to Nashville and recorded it.
Yeah, I did. So I'm not sure if you remember a little while back, a couple of years ago now, I was played a private function and they offered me a mystery box as payment rather than being paid for the gig. And I chose to take the mystery box, and in it was the 2 return flights to Nashville to use to go over and songwrite or record or whatever I felt was going to be useful.
Well,
so it was a little bit of a pay it forward moment. It was amazing. It was a bit of, I'd done some fundraising in the town and they decided that they wanted to do a little pay it forward thing for me, which was pretty incredible. And I certainly wasn't expecting that. So that was the flights we finally got to put in place and use. So we went over with Matt Fell and did the first 5 songs for the new album over in Nashville.
Yep.
And it was a pretty incredible experience. So I just couldn't believe how much music was coming out of Nashville. Like, there's just those musicians just do it full time every day, one studio to the other. They're just on the go all the time. They're flat out. There's just so much music being made. So it was really incredible to sit there and watch the songs that I had heard as just guitar and vocal when I'd played them turn into an entire track right in front of me, like all the musicians in the studio at once. It was a pretty amazing experience. It was really cool.
A big thrill working with Mr. Fell as well.
Yeah, definitely. He's a man of many talents, that's for sure. He's pretty incredible. Actually, he was sitting in the studio next to me behind the glass window as producer, but with his bass in hand playing the bass track on it as all the other musicians are playing. So yeah, he did an amazing job. And then when we returned from Nashville, went down to his studio in Sydney and recorded the rest of the album down there with him.
Yep.
So, and yeah, he plays anything he can pick up pretty much. He was playing on the album, so he was just going from one instrument to the next.
One of my favourite TV shows is The Recording Studio.
Yeah.
And just to watch him and Shane Nicholson on that is just amazing with what they do.
Yeah, exactly. They're very, very talented. It's incredible to watch them like build a masterpiece. They just have this vision and hear how they want it to go and what they think is going to sound good, and it just hits a nail on the head every time, I think. All
right, now, The Riddle of Life.
Yeah.
Give us a rundown of what the new song's about, though.
Yeah, so The Riddle of Life's a very, quite a personal song for a family very close to me. So when I was about 13 years old, a family moved across the road from my mum's, and she was a nurse and he was a policeman, and they had 6-month-old twins and a 2-year-old, and I became their babysitter. And I looked after their kids until the kids were at school, basically, in between their shift work in rosters when it was required. And just late last year in September, Erica was diagnosed with a brain tumour. So she's gone from being the nurse on the side of the fence that gets to look after everyone else to really being very much on the other side of the fence and requiring quite a bit of care herself. So it's been a really, really tough road for them and everyone involved. And The Riddle of Life was a song I wrote after spending an afternoon with Rick shortly after she was diagnosed, and she was showing me all these new songs she was listening to. She's a country music fan. Mm-hmm. She was showing me all the songs she was relating to, and I walked away and I had not written a song for a little while, and I just really didn't know what to do with the emotions and what I was feeling and the things I wanted to say and, the advice I wanted to try and give. So I ended up writing The Riddle of Life.
Yep.
Initially, I didn't know how to end the song. I had no idea. It was so early on. We had no idea how things were going to go. We knew how we wanted it to go, but I just didn't know how to write the ending. So my husband actually made me watch Stranger Than Fiction. I'm not sure if you've seen that movie,
no.
but so it's a man's listening to a narrator narrate his life, basically, and he realises that they hold the key to how his life's going to play out. Yep. So we decided that we'd write a couple of different endings, and I gave it to Erica to choose the ending that she liked the best and that she felt closest to. So, and that's The Riddle of Life that you hear now.
Very nice, very nice. Now, It is the title track to a new album that is coming in January.
Yes, it is.
Is it going to be a mixture, or is it going to be songs like The Riddle of Life, or we mixing it up a little bit like Pay It Forward?
Yeah, I'd say it's quite diverse, actually. I'm really excited about it. There's a really broad range of songs on there. It's very kind of well-rounded. There's some of the funnier, more lighthearted parts of life, and there's definitely some of the tougher parts that we go through as well. The sound-wise, it's got some similar sounds to Pay It Forward, but then some of the songs are quite different as well. There's the ukulele coming in there and a few cool little instruments that we've added in. So it's definitely got there's a lot of different sounds on this new album. So I'm really excited about that. I think it's grown with me a little bit over the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. Certainly life's changed a lot for me, and I've definitely grown in the process, and I think the music has as well.
Well, it has, because I was just looking at my computer sitting here, and it's the Pay It Forward was 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. It's been something. This album's been something I've been working on for a little while, but time has flown so much. I've had so much fun after releasing Pay It Forward that, to be honest, I didn't realise how long it had been. We're having so much fun with the music on that, and getting out there and getting used to the music business, because I was so new at it, and I've been learning a lot along the way, and taking in whatever I can and making the most of all the opportunities. And time just went so fast. I can't believe it's been so long.
And now you're also juggling teaching nursing at uni.
Yeah. So teaching's always been something I've really enjoyed. I enjoy being able to use my clinical knowledge to kind of help other people along their journey in nursing. So, I just started with the university as a clinical facilitator in there, teaching the students all of their skills before they go out to the hospital. So I'm really enjoying that. It's work that is just through the week, so it leaves my weekends open for music, which is working really well.
Yeah, and that's good, because back when Pay It Forward was, you were a emergency nurse.
Yes, that's exactly right. So it was a lot of juggling there, and it meant that I was often having to say no to a lot of the shifts that were needing extra staff, but also say no to a lot of the gigs that I was offered as well. So I found that I was always kind of stuck between the two a little bit there, whereas now it's kind of balanced it out nicely. Yep,
beautiful. Now, gigging, you're doing, you said you've now got time. Are you doing a lot?
What was that, sorry?
Gigging, you've now got a lot of time, so are you doing a lot?
I am, yeah. So I've been doing a lot of local stuff on the coast here. So because when I've moved back here just over 12 months ago, and I've been sort of concentrating on this area over here a little bit, which I hadn't gotten to play very much. Yep. I actually head back out to Inverell in a couple of weeks' time, which I'm really excited about, to go back out there. I haven't played out there for a little while, so it'd be nice to duck back out there. And then once the new album comes out in January, there'll be a lot of touring around Australia a lot more extensively. So I'm heading out on little different legs of tours to cover a lot more ground that way, and really concentrate on getting to some of the places that I haven't been to yet.
Well, hopefully you can get down to Melbourne.
I would love to. That's definitely on my list. I've never been down there, so it's definitely somewhere I'm going to come and explore.
Yep, awesome. All right, Dale, well, we're out of time now, and I thank you very much for coming on to My Country Australia tonight.
Oh, thanks for having me. I've missed the chats, actually. It's been good to come back and catch up.
It has. All right, well, this is Emma Dykes and her brand new song called The Riddle of Life.
Like a river in